and we'll make sure that we get your questions answered. My name is Pam Turner, and I live in Keswick, Ontario, which is about 45 minutes north of Toronto. Depends on the traffic, the weather, and the potholes, but about. I started in ONPASSIVE in January of 2019, and that was almost 3 years ago. So it's been quite a while. It's been a lot of education, a lot of information. And what I was really intrigued with was the fact that I would be able to get some eyes on the business that I was already in. And I really didn't know anything about it. I just like $97. My goodness, a pair of sneakers cost more than that. So I thought, well, I'm not going to lose anything. So I thought I'd give it a try. Well, I thought, why not? Anyway, sorry. Over the past 2 years and 10 months, I have watched the growth, the integrity, and the heart of ONPASSIVE just keep growing and growing. The friendships we've made is incredible. Never, ever has there been, nor will there ever be, well, for most of us, something like this again come across your plate. So really watch carefully. I was introduced to this life-changing business by a very well-educated lady whom I trust and have 100% respect for. She has traveled the world, speaks 8 languages, and is a member of our Leadership Council. It's my pleasure to introduce my friend, my mentor, and my sponsor, Robin Noble. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's wonderful to see you all again this week. Everybody, guests, welcome to the first time if you're hearing about this. For founders who support us every week, thank you so much for joining us. And again, my very special friends and ONPASSIVE leaders and founder membership here. It's always such a privilege to be with you. For me and for hundreds of thousands of people, literally, our presenter this evening, Mike Ellis, has helped us understand this company and become founders. This evening, you're getting a presentation full of information and insights on how this company will help you, not only if you are involved in other businesses, but also as a complete standalone stream of income to help you and your loved ones financially. ONPASSIVE is a true blessing. We sometimes gush over this, but it is truly from the heart. And part of what excited me when I first was introduced to this was the fact that we are in over 200 countries. And through the career that I was fortunate to have in travel, I've actually been to more than 200 countries as well. So seeing people around the world wanting to connect with them made this an absolute no-brainer for me. And I've never looked back since I joined. So with that, Mike, I thank you so much once again for helping me this evening. I know you're in good hands, everybody. Listen to what he says. The information is extraordinary. And I wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, no. Thanks, Robin. I obviously my voice isn't as elegant as yours, but I'll get it out. Before we get started, those individuals that are new to ONPASSIVE, you're here for the first time, you're here to explore ONPASSIVE. What I'd like you to do, if this is your first time, is raise your hand. And the way you can do that is go down to the bottom. You'll see a little icon. It says raise hand. Just raise it so I know who I'm talking to. We're not going to embarrass you. We're not going to call on you. You don't have to do anything. I just like to know how many new people are here that are seeing ONPASSIVE for the first time. So Chris is telling me 4, 5. It's okay. Don't be shy. 5. Okay. No, that's terrific. Now, you 5 individuals that are here, or 6 or 7, if there were a few shy people there. This presentation is for you. The rest of the people on this webinar, they've heard this before. They've come in, they've become founding members, and they're elated. So we're talking to you, okay? And once I'm done, you can come in, and if I've missed anything, you can come in and ask questions. You can either do it in the chat, or you can come on, we'll bring you on the screen, and you can ask the panel here. And there isn't a question you can ask that we can't answer. And tonight, I'm going to focus primarily on what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you, because in the end, that's all that's important today. Now, I will start with the company of ONPASSIVE because you want to know who you're going to be working for. You want to know if they have longevity and if they can do what they say they can do. So I'll start with the company just very, very quickly, and then I'll get into what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing for you, and then how you come into ONPASSIVE. So as we look at the company of ONPASSIVE, it was started by a gentleman by the name of Ash Mufareh. He is the visionary. He is the brain trust behind ONPASSIVE. Why did he create ONPASSIVE? Very, very good question. You know, Ash has been online for probably 20 years, and he was very, very good at what he did. And he would come on, he would market a product, and then he would obviously make money off of that marketing. And he did extremely well. But a couple of things happened that really turned him off onto the online marketing ecosystem. You know, he would come on, he made very, very good money, but the people that he brought into the business, they always had a difficult time making ends meet. And eventually a lot of them, they would quit. And while Ash was working for other companies, he actually built systems for his people that they could come in and use. And if they used them, they would be successful. And what he found is a lot of people, they didn't have the inclination or the time to do what he did. And eventually the companies that he was with, they just went out of business. I mean, and that happens a lot online. And of course, when that happened, the only person that people could see and go after was Ash. Now, Ash never did anything wrong. I mean, he's honest, ethical, clean as the driven snow. But they would go after Ash. So Ash decided to build a company where as people come in, they would be guaranteed success. And again, this is very, very revolutionary because it's never been done online. And what Ash did was develop a system that as you come in and participate with ONPASSIVE, you will be successful, period. Now, ONPASSIVE today, this is over a 3-year journey from the inception of ONPASSIVE to where we are today. Today, through that journey, we are now a unicorn company, and we have not gone into the global launch of ONPASSIVE yet. Again, it's truly remarkable what Ash and his team have done. He has 200 technicians in Hyderabad that make all the products of ONPASSIVE, and these products are proprietary, cutting edge, superior, built from the ground up at a lower price point. Just that alone would get me in. Superior, lower price point. And Ash has done this in 3 years. And today, it is a reality. Today, ONPASSIVE is a unicorn company. A unicorn company is a company that has a value of over $1 billion. And again, we have not yet launched to the world, the global launch. We are in that process right now, but we haven't done that. Now, ONPASSIVE has a lot of moving parts, and you're not going to learn all those parts tonight. You have time to do that. And as you continue to explore ONPASSIVE, you're going to see that what Ash and his team have done, it just gets better and better and better. And it gets better for you, your bottom line, and how your financial future is going to look. So I'm not going to get real deep into the corporate structure of ONPASSIVE. That will happen in time as you come in and participate. But what I do want to talk about is what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you. And this is the structure of ONPASSIVE. This is the genius behind ONPASSIVE. This is what Ash Mufareh has put together. And when I first saw it, my first response is, well, this can't be. This is too good to be true. I've been in ONPASSIVE for over 2.5 years. And I can tell you everything I'm telling you tonight is a fact. It is real today. And moving forward, we're all going to be able to benefit from everything that Ash has done. So let's talk about what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing for each and every one of us. ONPASSIVE, as we come in and join ONPASSIVE, here's what they're going to do. ONPASSIVE is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. They have developed digital products, online products. And what they're going to do as we come in, they're going to go into the IT products, and they're going to build all of us a marketing platform, okay? So that customers can come in, see what we have, and buy. So they're going to build up a marketing, a sales platform for us. Then they're going to hook it up to AI, artificial intelligence. What that does for us as people participating with ONPASSIVE, it makes our business 100% automated. So AI is so important to the sales platform. Those two hook together because now we have a business that is 24/7, and that's what we want online. We want something that's working for us as we sleep, and this business will do that because it's hooked up to AI. It even gets better than that. ONPASSIVE, again, is they're going to go into their bag of tricks and they're going to pull out their AI product traffic. And ONPASSIVE is the best of anybody I've ever seen at driving good qualified traffic to look at the products of ONPASSIVE. And all that means is getting good qualified eyes, getting customers in front of what we have to sell and having them come in, love it, and buy. As that happens, you would think, okay, well, I'm going to have to manage these customers. No, you're not going to have to. And remember, ONPASSIVE is primarily a customer-based business. But as ONPASSIVE brings these customers in and they look at the products, ONPASSIVE is managing that process. As they come in and buy, ONPASSIVE is managing the sale. As these people come in and become customers of ONPASSIVE and start using the products of ONPASSIVE, now ONPASSIVE is managing the customer. So what does that do for you and I? Again, it gives us 100% automated business. Let's talk about the customer just for a second. This is really, really important. You know, the products of ONPASSIVE are wide ranging and people will come in for many different reasons to use the products of ONPASSIVE. They are already paying other companies to use similar products right now. But as they come in and use the ONPASSIVE products, remember, superior, lower price point, they're absolutely going to love it. And they are paying a monthly fee right now with other products. They'll come in and use the products of ONPASSIVE and they will pay a monthly fee. And they're going to love it. They're going to be paying less. Products are going to be superior, makes their life easier, makes their job easier, makes their bottom line better. It's a win-win for everybody. But what it does for you and I, as those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE, it gives us the ability to build an income, to build a residual income, and then start building wealth online. And that's why we're here. We're here to get to a point, not that we're just paying our bills or paying the cost of the business, but that we're making enough money that we can actually start to build wealth and over time leave a financial legacy to our family. This is so dynamic what Ash has done. And as we look at what he's doing for all of us, it really is as simple as what I just said, okay? Build a marketing sales platform, hook it up to AI, manage everything, drive traffic. As customers come in and buy the products, a certain number of those customers will land underneath us and we get paid. And we get paid a lot like a commission salesperson that works for a company, makes a sale, $100, gets 10%, he's going to get $10, okay? Going to be a lot more customers under you than that. And I want to get to the volume just very, very quickly. And I'll touch on this a couple of times. The volume that ONPASSIVE is going to be doing because of the product line of ONPASSIVE is going to be unprecedented. And the product line, again, it varies anywhere from an automated marketing platform that has all the tools we use to market online to an HR platform, human resources platform where businesses can come in, use that platform and manage their HR department, to an educational platform, to a webinar platform, OConnect. These are some of the products of ONPASSIVE. Today, there are over 50 of them, all of them superior, lower price point. But let's talk about the webinar platform. We are on Zoom today. That is a webinar platform, a video communication platform. And Zoom is one of the big guys on the block. They do a tremendous amount of business every single year. And over the last 12 months, they brought in $2.6 billion in revenue in 1 year. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of wealth coming into one company. So let's talk about Zoom a little bit. As we look at Zoom, and I've been using Zoom for probably a year and a half or so, it is antiquated technology. It's just outdated. And as you use Zoom more and more, you find out the little flaws that are in all of this product. And I've talked to some of the technicians that have come in and joined ONPASSIVE and become founding members of ONPASSIVE. And they've talked about our webinar platform, OConnect, and Zoom. And they flat out say that the Zoom technology is just not very good. It's easy to use, but after that, it just goes downhill. And then he talks about OConnect, our webinar platform that will be launched as we do the global launch of ONPASSIVE. And they're almost giddy when they talk about technology and the products of ONPASSIVE. And when they talk about the webinar platform that we have, OConnect, they have told me that the technology that Ash and his team have put together is so superior that they believe the first year they will take 90% of the market away from those companies that are servicing this niche online today. And there are probably 24 other webinar platforms that are out there. And they say it nonchalantly. Now, what does that mean to you and I? Okay. People will come in, use our webinar platform. They will pay a monthly fee, and then the amount of wealth coming in. And if we get 90% of that $2.6 billion, that's a ton of money, guys. And all of that money will be coming into ONPASSIVE. And what has Ash Mufareh told us? Ash has told us up front that it's not his goal to become the richest man in the world. He's told us flat out that he wants to share the wealth with those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE. So that $2.6 billion, 90% of it coming into ONPASSIVE, we get to share in the majority of that wealth coming in. One product, there are 50 of them, all superior, lower price point. So when you start to look at the volume of ONPASSIVE, the sheer volume that's going to be coming in, you're going to start to understand what Ash has done with his system, the sales platform, AI, traffic, customers coming in, and the sheer volume that's going to be coming in for us and giving us the ability to build wealth online. Very, very simply put, this is what ONPASSIVE is going to do for us. It's not complicated. It's very, very easy, but it's very, very ingenious. And by the way, what ONPASSIVE is going to do for us is very, very simple. The corporation, the company of ONPASSIVE, is very, very complicated. But Ash has made it easy for us to come in, participate, and know exactly what's going on with the system he's put together. So it's really unique to be able to come into a business and know, just know you're going to be successful. Your financial bottom line is going to change. That's a really, really cool thing. So how do we all come into ONPASSIVE? Today, there is a position, I've mentioned it once or twice during this presentation. It is a founder position. The founder position is an early bird position. We are coming in, founding the company before they go into the global launch, okay? That position is a $97 position. And what it does for us, it locks us into the company, it locks us into the pay structure. Very, very important, pay structure. We want that. It does a lot of the things. Two of the things that it does as you come in and ONPASSIVE goes into the global launch, we will get more traffic sent through our business than other people coming in later. Okay, that's a big deal. Traffic is everything. And the more traffic you get, the more chance you have of being successful. And Ash knows, because of the quality of the traffic that he's bringing in, you will be successful. But we want as much traffic as we can get coming in. There will also be bonuses for the founding position. And Ash hasn't said what those are going to be, but it's going to be dynamic. It's going to be fun. And all of us will be able to participate in that. Now, there will be other things for the founders that are in as we go into the global launch. Ash hasn't shared a lot of them with us yet, but everything that Ash does, he does it big. And if he gives us something, it's something of real value, just like he's giving to the world with the products of ONPASSIVE. They have extreme value for those individuals coming in and using them. So the founding position, I always recommend you come in, continue to explore ONPASSIVE, but become a founding member. Pay the $97, become a founding member, and then continue to learn. So how do we all come into ONPASSIVE as we go into the global launch? It's real simple. Again, this is not hard stuff. As ONPASSIVE does the global launch to the world, we will come in and we will all become customers. We will pay a subscription fee. And by the way, these fees that I'm talking about, you'll pay them once, you'll never have to pay them again. It is a self-funding business. But as they do the global launch, we'll come in, we have a subscription fee we have to pay. It is a monthly fee. I'll explain that in a second. It will be between $200 and $300. I always tell people just count on $300. If it's less than that, it'll be a nice surprise. That's all. But I just say expect $300. So when we launch to the world, we come in, we become customers, we pay the $300, we go into the back office, we click a button, we become independent resellers of the IT product. Why did I just go through that diatribe? It's really important to understand we have to become independent resellers of the IT product, and don't let that title scare you. You don't have to sell, you don't have to recruit, you don't have to share, 100% automated. But we have to have that title in order for the regulators, in order for ONPASSIVE to pay us. That's all that is. Now let's back up to the subscription fee. As we come in and pay the subscription fee, we will get all the tools of ONPASSIVE. Why is that important? Again, ONPASSIVE needs those IT products that they've developed to come in and build everything we need to start driving traffic and bringing business to us. They absolutely have that. And as we come in and pay the $300, we get all the tools of ONPASSIVE. From that point, ONPASSIVE, they go to work for us. They build the sales platform. They hook it up to AI. They drive traffic. They bring customers in. That is the process we're all going to have to go through, become a customer first, then an independent reseller of the IT product. And again, you don't have to sell, you don't have to buy, you don't have to recruit, okay? Now, the monthly subscription fee, it is monthly, $300, but it's a one-time fee. This is a self-funding business. ONPASSIVE and Ash Mufareh know, they know, flat out know, that as we come in and pay that fee, we'll only pay it once, and then the preceding months will be paid from the profits of ONPASSIVE. And I'll give you an example of what's going to be happening. The first year, ONPASSIVE is expected to bring in 100 million customers, okay? All of those customers go under those individuals, those founding members, those independent resellers that are in ONPASSIVE and are participating with ONPASSIVE. Ash has guaranteed that we will never have to pay that monthly fee again, period. And it is structured that way. So when you look at the founder's fee or you look at the subscription fee, they're one-time payments. It's a total of about $400. That's all you'll go out of pocket as we go into the global launch of ONPASSIVE. You'll pay the founder fees now, and you won't pay the subscription fee until we go into the global launch. We're not there yet. We're getting close, but we're not there yet. So this is how we'll all come into ONPASSIVE. Now, before I go over just a couple other things, I want to talk about volume again, because it's so important for you to understand the sheer volume that's going to be coming in and benefiting you and I. And I want to talk about 4 products. I want to talk about their traffic product. I want to talk about their educational product, which is Academy. I want to talk about their HR product, which is OStaff. And I want to talk about OConnect. When I add these niches together and the revenue that they bring in annually, they do $483 billion in revenue a year, okay? Almost $500 billion. This is 4 products of ONPASSIVE. Again, there are over 50 products right now, but 4 products of ONPASSIVE. These 4 products will do $483 billion in revenue. Now, if we come in and just take 10% of that market the first year, it's $48 billion coming into ONPASSIVE. Okay. A majority of that money will be coming to those individuals, you and I, founding members, that are participating with ONPASSIVE. Do you think there's going to be a problem taking care of your bottom line and actually starting to build wealth if the first year ONPASSIVE is in business, they do $48 billion worth of business that first year, bring in $48 billion in revenue? I don't think so. Now, I believe they're going to do more than that with these 4 particular niches, but they have so many other niches, and all of these niches that Ash picks are very, very large niches, multi-billion-dollar niches. So as we look at what Ash and his team have put together for us, it is a unique position to be in, to know as you move forward, you're going to be able to take care of that financial bottom line. I don't know of any other company out online today or in the last 15 years, and that's about how long I've been online, that is doing this for the individuals that come in and participate with ONPASSIVE. And Ash Mufareh, he's got a really, really good heart. And the founding members, he looks at them as if they were partners. We're not, but that's how he looks at us, as if we're partners in this thing. And his goal, one of his goals, is to make sure that everybody that comes in and participates with ONPASSIVE is going to be successful. Unlike when he was online working for other companies, it was just very, very difficult for the individuals he brought in to be successful. He's fixed that. ONPASSIVE, the way it's structured, you will be successful. Before I turn it back over to Pam, I want to go over just a couple little things. There are a lot of avenues in ONPASSIVE, ways to develop income, and I want to go over a few of those. The first one is the individual that comes in, has no skill sets, doesn't know anything about online businesses. They come in knowing the system and knowing that they're going to be successful. They can't do anything, and it's not because they just don't know how. They haven't had the time or the inclination to learn. That's what ONPASSIVE was made for. Those individuals that don't have those skill sets, coming in, you will be successful. Another individual that will come in and participate with ONPASSIVE are those individuals that come in and can build an organization, build a team, and they'll come into ONPASSIVE and build medium, mid-sized, medium, large-sized teams. And why are they going to do that? The only difference between the individual that can't do that and the one that can is timing. If an individual can come in and build an organization, they're going to cut time frames. They're going to get to that place where their financial goals are taken care of quicker, but both individuals will get there over time. That's the way ONPASSIVE was structured. And if you're a team builder, you come in, again, it's like a commissioned salesperson that has a large territory. He brings sales, or she brings in salespeople. And as these people make sales, he gets a little piece of that. But it's even better than that, because as these people come in, regardless of how good they are, if they don't have any experience at all, we know because of the structure of ONPASSIVE, they're going to be successful. So it's a win-win. Not only does he win by building a sales team and making money off of them, but he knows, or she knows, that they will be successful. That's a really, really big deal. Again, I've been on for about 15 years, had that problem for years and years and years. It was just hard to promise people they would be successful. We can do that now. We can look you in the eye and tell you, yes, you will be successful. And over time, you'll get to that point where you will be building wealth. The last one I want to talk about is the individual that all they do is sell product online. Okay. Again, ONPASSIVE is still going to build their business, but they can come in and sell product. What does it do for them? It cuts time frames again. They get to that place where they take care of those financial needs that they're looking to take care of. And they can come in, and if you're an individual, an affiliate that sells products, you have to understand the ONPASSIVE products, they are terrific, proprietary, cutting edge technology, superior, lower price point. You think you can sell that? I already know the answer to that, because I have people on my team that will do that as we go into the global launch of ONPASSIVE. So those are a couple of avenues that people will take coming into ONPASSIVE. There are more. I won't go over them today, but there are more. The last thing I want to touch on is where we're at and how close we are to the global launch of ONPASSIVE. If you are not a founder yet, I can tell you flat out, do not wait too much longer, okay? We're about ready to go into the premium launch of ONPASSIVE. It's the time frame between where we're at right now and the global launch of ONPASSIVE, the premium launch. And I can tell you that the founding position, it will be ended, okay? I don't know how much time we have, but it's not months. I don't even think it's weeks. I think it's the window is so short right now. If you're convinced about ONPASSIVE, and that's why this Q&A is so important, come on and ask your questions tonight, because you don't have much time. And that's not to pressure you at all. Ash has told us this over the last couple of weeks. We don't need any more founders. We don't need any more founders coming in. We've got more than enough. And where we're at, we're in a perfect position that as we launch, it's just going to be an explosion online. So as you're looking at ONPASSIVE, continue to explore, become a founding member. You're not going to be disappointed. Absolutely not going to be disappointed. And for the individuals that are here, do not be shy. These guys, they're pretty easy. They're not going to bust you up. And Pam is the best. So come on in and ask your questions. this is a great time. These are some great leaders, and you're not going to be able to stump them. Pam, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and you take us wherever you want to go.
Thanks very much, Mike. I appreciate that. And that was an amazing presentation. It always makes us so excited hearing all those good information. Our next speaker this evening is going to be our friend from New Jersey, Mr. Marty DeGarmo.
Hello, 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 Mike. Great job. I've only seen it a few times, but that was a good one. Anyway, yeah, I've worked with Mike for probably 10 years now, him and Dan Street here. We went through the same thing as everybody else. You get in, you say, hey, I want to make money online. Other people are doing it. I can do it too. As you know, if you've been online more than like 59 minutes, it's not that easy, right? You get in a business, what do you have? Auto ship. So you actually start off behind, not ahead. You actually have to pay to even start any kind of success. Then what happens? Do you know how to drive traffic? Nobody does when they get in. Nobody. 100% of the people who usually get on, they don't know how to drive traffic. When I mean traffic, eyes coming to whatever it is at the time you're selling. Are the companies legit, and do they last a long time? We have been in companies that we're building a team and we wake up one day and it's gone. That's not ONPASSIVE. That's a horrible feeling, let me tell you. Then they tell you to make a list and go, share it with your family. My family runs for the hills when they see me, okay? Not now. All my family's in this business. The thing about it is it was designed from the very beginning for people, the average person, anywhere in the world. I don't care if you're white, black, yellow, pink, ugly, tall, skinny, whatever. You could do very well in this business. And Mike explained it very well in about 23, 24 minutes. If you have any questions, I want you to think about this one. There is no dumb question. I asked them all already. So you can't beat me in asking dumb questions, okay? The point I want to make to you is keep this in your mind, no matter what you're thinking. It's automated. Everything is done for you. Set it and forget it. It's that simple. Can you know more? Can you do more? Yes, but you don't have to. That's the beauty of the business. We were never, ever able to get into a business, look in somebody's eyes and say, we're going to help you be successful, because it wasn't true. We wanted it to be true, but unless you can get people to do what you're doing, they'll never succeed. And in this company, when you pay that $97, you are a professional marketer, whether you like it or not, because everything, and I mean everything, is done for you. You pay the company one time out of pocket to be a founder, one time out of pocket to kick this thing in gear and get the products, and the company goes, okay, throws it in overdrive and starts building you a business of a lifetime. So anyway, and also if you watch this webinar, and it's all have to swallow, if you say, I'd like to see that again, send me an email to, I'm going to put it in.
Marty, you muted yourself, buddy.
I got you. Thank you. Yeah, send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com, and I'll send you a recording of this webinar. And you can watch it forward, backwards, stop it, mute it, whatever you want to do, and get all the facts. But like Mike said, don't take a lot of time if you want to be a founder. You come in as a reseller, but you lose a lot there, in my opinion. So if you want to be a founder, you gotta pick them up and lay them down, if you know what I mean, because the doors close them. And over a million people can't be wrong. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Chris Johnson. Chris, let her rip, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Marty. Mike, Mr. Mike, I appreciate once again your wonderful presentation. I've seen many. I will never deny that, because I like watching him every day. He knows that. Pam, wonderful host. And Marty, way to say it the way it's meant to be said. For me, worked all my life as labor, 32 years of Ford Motor Company of Mazda. I've roofed, I've blocked, I've laid cement, I've dug ditches, I've done everything possible to make money. The problem is I worked so much, I forgot about life. And that's kind of what the job does to you sometimes, where you get ingested and, oh man, look at that big check I just made for working 120 hours a week. And you kind of get sucked into that job, which is not a good thing. Yeah, you're making money, but I'm going to tell you right now, your freedom is worth a lot more money, and maybe you just don't know it yet. So if I can change one person's mind on here from trading 32 years of, no matter if you're sitting behind a desk or if you're building houses or flying airplanes, I don't care. All right. It's still time away from your family. It's time away from fishing. It's time away from doing everything that you really love to do. You know, probably 70% of your life you work, and you get 30% maybe to enjoy. If you're lucky enough, you'll make it 15%. And that's really bad percentages. I believe in passive. It gives you 100% of your life back. All right. Not instantly. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it sure beats building things, digging things, laying things every single day, because eventually that wears on you. And it hurts when you get my age. I'm 50. I'm probably the youngest one here. And all these guys were all come from different areas, carpentry. Michael's a master builder. Marty was a big plant manager. Kevin, another carpenter. Pam, I'm not sure what Pam is, but I know she was good at it. But it is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And Mike said the best word that I've heard all day in his presentation. He said, easy. It's easy. What does that mean? That anyone can do it. I do not have a college education. I have a work education. All right. And it doesn't matter if you think you're extremely smart or you're not so smart. You can do it. We have people that aren't even born yet that are founders. What does that tell you? Anyone can do it. So I would say what you did tonight is you checked it out. Get back to that person that told you to come here, and please ask as many questions as you want, because we got the best of the best on this panel. Thank you. I'll send it over to Mr. Dan.
Oh, thanks. Well, gosh, I think everything's been covered tonight. I mean, Mike, great job. Marty, Chris, Pam, unbelievable. I will just say a few more things in kind of a different note. Well, first of all, I'm Dan Street, and I grew up in Colorado, and I'm still in Colorado, and I had a 30-year career in the medical industry, and I worked with orthopedic surgeons. I was in the OR with them, and we did joint replacement surgeries and did a lot of trauma. So it was basically putting people back together. Very rewarding career, but as Chris was saying, no time freedom. Very stressful career, but I look back on it and I'm not complaining one bit. But during the course of that time, I was introduced, Marty, Mike, and I were introduced to ONPASSIVE, and working hard on my job and working ONPASSIVE diligently. And over the last few years, over the last 2.5 years, and we've seen nothing but progress with this company. You know, we've witnessed the value of this company just go through the roof, and it beyond my wildest imagination. So the dream of ONPASSIVE and Ash Mufara's vision is right around the corner. And when Mike talks about it, Marty talks about it, Chris talks about the fact that there's a small window of time to become a founding member of this company, they mean it, okay? So you've got a company here that's going to basically build your business for you. They're going to drive targeted traffic to your site and build a customer base for you where you will be able to earn commissions. Mike talked about it. Get a recording of this, go back over it and over it. One more thing I will bring up here tonight. We are in over 200 countries, 212, 215, something like that. And one of the things that's totally blown me away is the relationships that we've built with founding members that have joined this company from all over the world. I mean, I totally admire both Marty and Chris and Kevin. And Mike and I try and do the best we can, but you guys are all over the world all the time in every single webinar, helping people and helping countries get started. And it totally amazes me. So we're seeing people that are getting in as founding members and becoming instant leaders and just getting so excited about this company and sharing it with everybody around the world. And the relationships that we're developing and nurturing over this time are invaluable. So that is worth $97 to me. And I think it should be to you as well. But any questions you have, we're here for you. And as Marty said, get a copy of it on passivenation@gmail.com. It's in the chat, and we're here to answer all the questions. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Illinois, who is just an amazing leader and a good friend. And Kevin, take it away.
Well, thank you, sir. Hope I can live up to that. My name's Kevin Rutledge. I do call Illinois home, and I'm the other carpenter on the panel. I was in there for about 27 years. I loved most of it. Very, very gratifying. And, I used to love telling people, they asked me, what do you do for a living? I used to love telling them I was a carpenter, man. I was proud of that, And I got tired of telling them that they wanted me to build a deck, so it's like, I got here about 13 years ago. I started looking online for a way to fill in the cracks, as I put it. Even as a carpenter making good money, I still run a lean sometimes. And I was extremely fortunate to find a gentleman who was honest and ethical, and he taught me a ton. And I realized over a period of time that he had my back and my best interest in mind. And he's the reason I'm here today. I'm here because I followed that leadership. And I've been watching him for 13 years, and I feel like I can trust him. And I've been in a couple other businesses, a couple of them I don't care to talk about, and a couple of them that were honest and ethical and did things right. The problem was I had to work. I had to go out and find somebody who was willing to do what I was willing to do, or willing to do what I wasn't willing to do, as it turns out. But anyway, automation takes care of that. And automation never sleeps. Automation never takes a day off. Automation never has an appointment they have to go to. And AI is how we're going to utilize that automation, and it's how we're going to make money. It's how we can say things like, you'll be successful. How do we know that? Because the company is going to do all the work. The company is going to work for you just like it's going to work for me. This is the best thing I've seen in 13 years. And the gentleman I learned about ONPASSIVE from was in the space for 22 years. And he would agree with that statement. I invite you to come in and get your questions answered rapidly. There's a lot of information, but this is very simple. It works for everybody. Okay, done for you. So yeah, it's the best thing I've ever seen. We're honest, we're ethical, we're clean. Dan said we're all over the world. We're something you can be proud of. I consider myself extremely fortunate to be here. Privileged, actually. I don't know what I did to get here, but I'm sure glad I'm here. And I know you will be too. Robin, I believe you're the only one left out of this party, no? Pam's shaking her head. No.
It comes over to me.
We'll go back to you then, Pam.
Yeah, Pam, bring in some questions if you can.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. We do have 3 hands raised. Mirthlin, I know we have that issue with your hand. Galaxy A11. I'm going to presume that has to be a guest because I don't recognize the name. I'm going to bring you on to the panel. And okay, promoting you to panelist. You're going to see a little bit of a glitch and then come on in. Adrian's Galaxy also. I'm going to bring you in as a panelist, and you can ask your question. If you're a founder, please let us know, and because this is seriously for the guests' questions tonight. Okay. Okay. Now it just is the phone number. I'm going to say the phone number ending 801. Can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself and ask your question, please? No? Okay, let's go with, sorry, now the chat's on top of the thing there. Admin Galaxy, would you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself, ask your question, and tell us if you are a founder or not, please. Adnan Galaxy? Okay, okay.
Chris, you seen any questions in the chat? No? Okay,
I'm looking through, Mike.
yeah.
Please
Guys,
don't be shy. We really want to hear from you, and if you have any questions or anything that you don't understand, please raise your hand. We'll bring you on. Okay, now we got two again. Same. Oh, Leon Holiday, I'm going to bring you onto the panel. Leon? Oh. Okay, Leon, I'm promoting you to panelist. Oh, no, maybe you're here now. Now you've disappeared on me. Oh my goodness. This can get confusing, can't it?
Yeah, no, he's here.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Guys, anybody on the
Okay,
panel?
you hear me?
There you
Oh,
go.
there you are.
Okay. Yes. I have quite a few people probably on here tonight. And I know we talk a lot about a lot of different things. Can you mention a little bit for some of my guests regarding the humanitarian purposes of that Ash have for
Good
us?
morning.
Oh, my goodness, we got two people talking now.
Okay. Yeah, so Leon wants to know about the humanitarian thing that ONPASSIVE does. Chris, why don't you take that?
Sir, good morning.
Thank you, Mike. Hi, Lance. Sir, we're going to put you on hold for a minute, buddy. We'll get to you. That's a really good question, actually. The
Sir, good
humanitarian.
morning. Sir, good morning.
Yes.
You want to mute him?
Hey, Shashir, you're not up yet. Wait until we call on you. There you go.
All right. Sorry about that, Leon.
That's okay.
You know what? One thing that I love about ONPASSIVE, if you know me, is that part of it.
Yes.
Because my whole mission right now, I've been in for a year and a month, and that's really what I really dove into is that part of it. We have something we call Oh Bless.
Yes.
Is one of our things, and what that actually does is something that no one has ever done before. It gives 100% of the charity all the money. So let's say I donate $100 to a kid that needed food somewhere. That kid gets a whole $100. But if you look at I'm going to say the volume of ONPASSIVE right now, we've got like 1,060,000 plus founders. And this is how we look at it as a team, as a family. If we found someone in a dire situation where tornado, flooding, burning houses, you got 1,060,000 people right now that just say threw in $1 or $10. And let's just say we did that for 4 weeks. Imagine the amount of money that we can escalate really, really fast and get right to that charity. But one of the best things I love about ONPASSIVE is that 100%. Most companies that do that help people out, I'm not going to knock them. They take anywhere from 15 to 30% of that money to go toward that business. Where Ash Mafara says, nope, we're not taking a dime. We're going to help people. And that's what he wants to do. He wants to change the world, especially homelessness. Soon we'll be working on a project starting in Michigan to get rid of homelessness. Ask yourself this, who's ever done that before? He's doing it. And right now I know I've got thousands of what I call ONPASSIVE angels that are going to help us do that. That's the humanity part. To me, it's the greatest thing about this company. To me, I know I'm going to be successful, but to me, I know it's coming. But to help change lives like that and get people homes, in homes, feed children, get clean water to families, everything, clothes, shoes. That's the greatest thing in the world. And how can a company ever fail when they're so giving? And we've never had a company this giving. I can guarantee you that.
And Chris, that's one of the things that drew me to ONPASSIVE, because I want to do the sustainable village for women and children, get them out of cars that are homeless, in cars and camper vans, and get them into a nice sustainable area where we can do a sustainable village where we can grow our own food, clean our own water. And that's what I did for the last 30 some years, is water and wastewater technology. And I have all the license to do all of that. And I understand it. And I'm retired now. And that's one of the reasons what drew me to ONPASSIVE right away, to do the sustainable village, but mainly for women and children, veterans, vets, and elderly people that live on the bridges, or that give them a second chance. And that's one of my goals as well.
That's excellent, Leon.
That is,
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Hey,
I hope you've
Pam,
answered your question.
Pam, before you go on, let me just say something very, very quickly.
Okay.
I love what you guys are talking about. Absolutely love it. That is the heart of ONPASSIVE. But I'm very, very practical. If the individuals coming into ONPASSIVE don't make money, none of this happens. And what Ash Mufara has done is taken the first step. Everybody's going to make money. Everybody's going to get to that place where they have abundance. Now we can take care of what you're talking about, Leon and Chris. But you have to take care of that first step. We all have to make money. And because of the way ONPASSIVE is structured, that will happen, period.
Yes, I appreciate. I appreciate that, Mike. I really enjoyed it. And that's true. You got to make that first step first, and then you got to pay it forward.
There we go. Thank you so much, Leon. An excellent question. That was really good for our guests as well.
Okay.
Next, we have Ednan's Galaxy. Do you want to unmute yourself, please? Adnan? Are you with us? Can you unmute your mic? Okay, and we have Shitala Team Champion. Now, is that a founder? Does anyone recognize the name?
Which one, Pam?
Shitala Team Champion.
Yeah, I'm
has
not.
his hand raised. I'll bring him on. Let's if it's a founder, we'll maybe he's asking a question for a guest. Oops, he disappeared. Or somebody bring him on.
That was a founder, Pam. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so from there we have no more hands raised.
Wilhelmina.
Hey?
Wilhelmina.
Oh, have I missed something? I'm sorry.
Go ahead and unmute yourself, Wilhelmina. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, you can beat me up.
Good morning to everyone.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, now that's Shatala. Are you a founder, Shatala?
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
okay,
you.
Shatala, this is for guests. If you want to come back at 9 o'clock, we have questions rapid fire with our founders.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, though. We appreciate, and we'll see you
Thank
at 9 o'clock. Okay. Okay. And Wilhelmina, when you want to unmute yourself, please, and ask your question. Wilhelmina Jones. Wilhelmina. I like that name. I went to school with a girl named Wilhelmina.
Yeah, we've got a shy group tonight, Pam.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to suggest here. I think that we're, Marie Pendy. You bring in Marie in? Or I will. Oops.
There she is.
Okay. Oh. Marie, did I screw up?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Marie, unmute yourself.
Do you have a webinar going on at 9 o'clock Eastern time right now? Because there's something posted in the back office about a webinar that is supposed to start now for Robin and Pam. Is that a miss?
That will start in a few minutes, okay? When this one closes down, we'll be on the 9 o'clock rapid fire with founders only.
Oh,
Okay? Okay,
almost
thanks,
9 o'clock.
Marie.
All right, it's almost 9 o'clock. I was trying to log into that one too.
Oh, okay, we'll be there shortly.
All right, good to see you guys. You're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, it looks like this is a close, a wrap. Please, reminder, if anybody wants a copy of this webinar, send a request to onpassivenation.com. And I want to thank everybody for being here. Any last words from anyone? We're good to go. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Oh, and something to tell everyone. We will not be having a guest webinar next Thursday. It's Thanksgiving in the United States. Okay, so Din Dan, big turkey dinners. Thank you all for being here.